What's ripening, YouTube? So I just want to introduce you to one of my favorite plants in the food forest. These are the seeds I've been collecting, and this is the plant. And it's not an edible plant. It's called 4 o'clocks, and you'll see I use them kind of underneath my fruit trees to fill in that lower herbaceous layer. It's called 4 o'clocks, and they only get about waist high at the most. They have these beautiful flowers. They're closed up right now, but in the afternoon they'll open up and they're magenta and peach and yellow and white, and they smell like absolute heaven. They create a tuber, so they'll go dormant in the winter and they'll come back, and then in the summertime they'll just burst out and fill in. Here you see I've got some volunteer tomatoes coming in underneath them. But what I like about them is that they'll come up, here's the stalk. They'll come up from that tuber really strong, and they'll take the place. Like this one I consider to be kind of a weed. I've been pulling this out. But once you have the 4 o'clocks, it'll actually outcompete some of the other stuff. And so I'm collecting seeds. I'll probably soak these overnight, plant them out at the food forest. And they're just a nice takeover. Like here's kind of an edge. I've got lemongrass here. There's katuk. There's a nice Adamoya tree. And then I've got this 4 o'clock coming in underneath it. I've also got oyster plant here. Again, using it as just as a space holder. If I don't hold the space, I get these other, what I call weeds. And I only call them that because they're difficult to get them out. This is something, I think it's related to mint. It's got a square stem. And they snap really easy, so I don't normally get the whole plant out. It's okay, it's not a big deal, because what I'll usually do is I'll harvest all of this stuff and just lay it around the fruit trees. You see, that's what all this is picked weeds. Yes, I do mulch with weeds. I don't really care that much. This is a Malika mango, by the way. Only a couple years old, and it's holding quite a bit of fruit. One of my favorites. There's another mango, Kent. But anyway, that 4 o'clock is one of my go-tos. It takes nothing, needs nothing. If you put it in a mulch bed, it's going to absolutely take off, and it'll seed itself, so it'll fill in an area. Here's some seeds that just growing out of the grass. If I wanted to transplant them, I probably could be careful and pull them out. Yeah, so I'd have to be a little more careful to get the weeds out, but see if I can show you what a tuber looks like. This is going to be a smaller one, but bigger ones are pretty impressive. Let's see. So there's a bit of the tuber. The bigger ones, like this one, if I can get the whole thing, it's kind of like a carrot down there. There's a bigger one. So they have a lot of energy, and when it gets ready, it puts out this plant right away the second year. The first year they grow a little slow. You start with little seedlings like that. Second year you get these big stalks that come up to about waist high right away. They're really good for chop and drop. When you don't want them, just start pulling them out. Place them around your fruit trees. They're pretty easy to pull out. They make good mulch. They're beautiful. They smell like heaven in the afternoon when the flowers open up. And for me, here in Southwest Florida, they're a winner. Check them out.